Alright everybody, welcome back to PGA Tour 2K25. And there's only 2 more weeks left in, well, this is the first season, I guess. And so we'll go ahead and do the last 2 of these. And I'm thinking of the weekly masters more as practice for the TTC tours now, because we're maxed on our whatever those are merits, and we've acquired everything that you can versus like the rewards and everything. So for us, this would only be like earning some extra VC and everything. So, and I just noticed they moved it back down to only 50 VC to enter. I don't know why they can't figure out what they want to charge you to enter these tournaments, but yeah. Haven't played since last week, so we'll see how we do, which is the whole reason I want to play this before TGC, because even though I feel like we played pretty well in TGC, we were still like or a low 40s or no, high 40s or low 50s or something.
In this ranked tour event.
Not a bad swing, just pulled into the bunker.
And from the fairway sand.
Shoot with the just to make sure it gets over. There we go.
This one from the sand might be short.
Oh goddamn.
Okay, and from the greenside bunker, let's nestle this one in nice and close.
All right, we'll take a par on the first.
Slicing that out of that bunker. Nicely done.
Take a par on the first.
Okay,
yeah, my big issues have been not pulling the stick back far enough to the left, and then if I try to correct it, it's been an overcorrection every time. So trying to figure that out this round, this round. There we go. Now I opened it a little bit, but that is just fine.
Okay, this is about 240 yards or so.
240, it's uphill 2 yards, but the wind's helping a lot. So we'll hit a choked one, I think. Again, just that big old pull.
Okay,
I was going to say right into the bunker, but it's not in the bunker, but I'd rather it be. Because I'm not good at these. That one was actually really good.
Oh, how are you?
Rolled a little bit out there. Alright, birdie. That's probably the best super flop that I've hit. And it still wasn't, nothing on it was perfect. Uphill a yard, wind's helping, and we have a 2-iron, so. Going back. Do I go back to the 4 and do a choked, or just the 4? Or maybe I just lay off a little bit. There we go, 2 perfects. I'll take that every time. From 230 out, yeah, I'll take it. Uphill, breaking from right to left a little.
Nothing too crazy in this one.
There we go.
Just a little bit to the left. That one drops, and that's your second birdie in a row. The makings of a streak, perhaps.
Hopefully the makings of a streak.
Here on hole number 4.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I would do this to get under that wind, but because you have that pond right there, play it a little bit safe with. I say play it safe and hit it open. All right. And hit the regular one.
Around 185 yards to the pin.
Alright, pretty flat. Wind in our face with a 6. We'll hit this and do a choked one so that the wind affects it a little bit less. Which means it's not going to go as far left as I'm thinking. Perfect. Yep, I was right. I didn't even need to aim it there. Wow. Negated the wind completely.
Right. This exceeds the limit of my mathematics.
That's kind of crazy.
Estimation skills.
I would think the choked, it would negate it a little bit, but not 100%, you know.
All right, good effort from there.
Yeah, that was okay.
Here we go, par putt.
Because that second shot went further than 100%, which means it just completely rode under that wind, and then it rolled out.
par 4 ahead of us.
Ah, that works out, I guess.
Tee shot's looking decent. Okay, this one's about 135 yards out.
135. A little bit of wind in the face, but I don't think it's enough to really do anything with this. Oh, wow, yeah, I needed a little bit less. A little surprising because that was a wedge.
Your look at birdie. Oh my.
I was open a bit, but it didn't matter.
All right, you brought things down.
I played in a, it was a 4-man best ball tournament. Yesterday. We came second. And I knew one of the guys that was in the first place.
Here's our second
and
shot
then
on this 6th hole.
a couple of the others I've seen play. Yeah, there was a little funny business going on there, I think. But, you know, it's all in fun. No, we finished at 21 under.
That's safe.
That ridge over there. That's a tough one though, because if you're over the ridge, you might just be off the green. This isn't a tough putt though. It's a little left at the start and then comes back to the right up the hill. Wow, it only went left and never came back. Love it. You gotta love it, don't you?
Leader's currently 1 stroke.
It was going more to the right than it was the left. Went left and then just stayed dead straight after that. It's like, alright, whatever. Hey, look at that. Almost a perfect one. It might be in that bunker, though. Okay.
Okay, about 230 yards from here.
But you pay into the tournament, and you get 2 mulligans for each team member. Ooh, that barely got on. You get a 6-foot string, so it's like wherever, you know, if you hit it to 3 inches for your birdie, you cut off 3 inches of your string, and it's an eagle. So you get that. And we were actually able to use that quite to our advantage, because we hit some shots really close. And each person got 1 tee box move up. So I played... 3 out of the 4 of us played from the white tees, so 1 closer than the furthest back. Light rough. It's not really downhill slope. It's just going to the right. So is the wind. We'll keep it right here, I think. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, that's a huge pull, but apparently needed. I was gonna say, I don't think it's going to be short. Okay. You're telling me that thing broke 2 feet to the right, and there's almost no... The lines were barely moving at all. Alright, whatever. Whatever game. One of our guys was playing from the senior tee, so he got to move to the one of the ladies' tees. 6 iron. This should carry and then roll, and we hit it perfect. Yeah, perfect. Pin high.
That'll do.
Is this gonna snap 3 feet now? Oh, it didn't break. Alright, yeah. You can't learn anything from the greens, I guess, because they all act completely different. The last one was breaking less, broke more. This one was breaking twice as much, broke less. It's like, whatever.
Okay, we get to start.
Your green grids are so inconsistent and have a ton of ghost breaks in them. So, whatever. Tad bit open, being the rough.
We are in the deep stuff currently. Let's get out of here now.
Well, what's funny is these 4-mans, you would think, you know, there's not too much pressure because there's 4 shots
6 feet
to hit a good one. You take the best, you know, you go from there.
Good work out there.
But for some reason, for me, I usually play worse in those than anything else. And I think it's because I do better when there is a little bit of pressure. I'm thinking about my shot, and a little more anyway. Maybe playing a little bit more cautious, and so you end up in a better position. There's not really much wind. And if you look, it's going on a slight uphill slope. So let's just hit this. So I usually hit yeah, it landed way too far up there. I didn't think it was going to land that close to the pin. Ah, just a little bit more to the right.
All right, here we go. This one's for birdie.
And
fifth birdie of the day. 8 strokes off the pace as we move to the next.
But anyway, yeah. When I play with
see what happens here on the 12th.
Like my dad and all them, I usually will go last. And so, you know, if we don't have a good one out there that'll put the pressure on, and I play a little bit better with that, and so I usually hit a good shot. Or there's one out in the fairway safe, and I can just go for it, you know, just go for it. And so
nice approach.
I was playing with 2 people I didn't really know, and so it's kind of like we just
that was a good putt, and
whoever felt like going just went.
6 on the day.
All
right, here we go. 13th.
Towards the end, I found a style that I really like to do, which was go third. Ooh, that got a lucky kick.
No good.
No good, buddy. I'm in the middle of the fairway. You're an idiot. Little pull, but it was apparently needed because the insane slope we were on did absolutely nothing.
9 under par. This starts off pretty straight and then goes a bit to the left.
What the hell was that snap at the hole? It was going almost in the middle, and literally 2 inches from the hole, just snapped dead left.
Our leader currently has a 1-stroke advantage on the field.
But whatever.
Here we go.
And none of us realized the first hole that we started on, which was 15. I think this. Yeah, I think this will work right here because of the wind. It was a hole, and I didn't really like this gimmick. That wasn't a very good shot, but it was. You had to use your 7-iron only, which I'm fine with the gimmick, but it was literally just 7-iron only. It wasn't like use your 7-iron, and if you par it, you can write down a birdie or something. I would have been more fine with that because then you could have people just play regular if you wanted to. So we didn't really do well on that hole, and literally just because we had to chip with a 7 and putt with a 7, and just never really done that before. So my chip wasn't bad. I was 8 feet from the hole, and it was like a 25-yard chip. Putt was good. It was just the green we were on was probably the hardest or the second hardest green. And there's just damn it. There's a ton of break on it where it was. Okay, that was actually pretty good. It evened itself out. It was a little short because of it, but not a bad shot. And this is only for a birdie because the wind was in our face. So.
That's for birdie. 8 strokes off the lead as we move.
Yeah, it wasn't a great first hole. Then we par the next 2. So 16, which is a par 3, and 17, par 4.
Got some good contact on that one.
Ooh.
This could be a little troublesome. Needs to hold on to that fairway.
But we were able to use, like I said, the string. This is light rough, so I'm gonna hit a spinner. And we were, we hit like a chip. Was it a chip? Or something. It was either a chip or a long putt on 17. To just a few inches. You lose a little bit of string, you get a birdie. So I was like, we were able to birdie that one. And then 18,
okay, par 3, 17.
We were on in 2. On the par 5. We hit a draw here, which is a good thing. Wind's helping a little bit. Let's just go with this. Oh, we pulled it. Come on, wind. Okay. Ended up being a pretty good shot.
Dialed in, didn't you? All right, let's pop this in. Birdie putt.
Going to the right off our feet. I mean, based on what it's been doing, our feet's going to do everything, and it's going to do nothing at the end.
This one's on a
Nope.
good line.
Did more. Oh, okay.
That is
Okay.
fine work.
Um,
And our leader currently
we birdied
ahead by
18.
1 stroke.
I don't think we were on the green, but we were chipping.
And now we get
Then
to
hole
tee up
1.
here
So hole
on
1 was a
18.
long drive contest. And
Oh my, you caught that one. Look at
of course, 3 of us went for it because 3 of us can drive it a good ways. I don't think I need the driver here. Ah, hold it. I was worried about pushing it a little bit, but
the
that's
beach.
okay. That's okay.
All right, onto the green now, and
Didn't
let's-
quite roll out as much as I
sand behind
thought it
us.
was going to.
And the putt drops, and you're rounding
18,
down.
that's a 12 under. I mean, not bad considering we had, I think, 2 putts where the green kind of screwed us
As
over.
this one winds to a close. 12 under
yeah.
par for you.
And so we just, I mean, went for it.
A lot of fun out there. with
And
you. Thanks for
I
taking
would
me
have
around the
won,
course.
but it just started trailing off a little bit right. And I was just short in the rough of where the, what the hell? Of where the winner was. And if it would have just went, you know, hit the fairway, I would have rolled up probably 10 or 15 yards further than the first person first. But anyway. Birdie that one, birdie the next one. Actually, the next hole, because it's a shorter par 4, we get into the fairway a pretty good ways, and so we only have 40 yards in. Oh man,
25. And today we're staring
light
down
rough
the
at
first
least.
hole of TPC
And it had rained for most of that
Louisiana.
morning,
Good
and
looking
for our
around
first
today.
couple holes, and so everything was wet. So of course nothing was going quite as far. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So this hole, the day before, I had played,
8 feet to
and I got 4 feet from the green.
and good news,
12 yards
you're
from the pin.
already under par today.
So I almost drove it, and it's
Going
315
throughout this
from the
race.
tees I was playing. So pretty good drive.
Here on the second.
There is a slight downhill slope
Tee shots looking
towards
decent.
the 250 mark. So if you can fly that, you
Got
will get a
about
good kick.
220 yards to go.
But this, you know, because it was so wet, you weren't really getting that. Let's go for a high one here. If we hit it good, which we did. Went a little bit more right than I thought
And
it
this
would.
one is from way out. I think we got a bit of a
So we were
slope
40 yards
system
away
right
on this
one.
one, and I hit it to 2 feet.
Oh, look at this thing.
Oh, and so we used that string and we got an eagle.
Ooh, that drops, and that's your
Uh,
birdie in a row.
next hole, par 3.
That
None of
goes
us hit
down
the
to 2
green.
under par.
So I used one of the 2 mulligans I had. Hit the green, got it to 12 feet. This was the closest to the pin, so a mulligan doesn't count, obviously. But waste a mulligan because we all missed the putt and got a par. So we could have parred from one of the 2 spots we were at off the green.
Here's
So
your second shot here on the third.
wasted. Oh wow. Didn't expect that to roll out so much. Downhill, I guess. There we go. Hole 4,
14
fairway.
under is your score.
I hit a really good second shot onto the green,
Okay, stepping onto this tee.
and we birdied that one. I think I made the
We have
putt.
a par 4.
Oh. Okay, it came back.
And from
That
here,
was a
we're
really bad
looking at
shot.
About 195 yards or so to the pin.
With that wind, 4 iron. It's not uphill. Would it choked? So that stays under. It's still gonna hit it a little bit. Yeah, there we
It's
go.
tidy. Here we go. This one for birdie.
5th hole, par 5. And that's where the guy hitting from the senior tees used his, tee box move up, so he gets to hit from the ladies' tees. And so and this is where he had to take his mulligan, because his first one he actually topped.
Okay, time for the 5th hole. It's a par 4.
And the second one wasn't that great. It almost went OB, but we were able to use it, and we had like a 3-yard gap. We had to go in between the trees. And I hit another one just to a couple of feet. And so that's... I hit it again to 2 feet. It was 2 feet, a couple of feet. Pitching wedge out of the heavy rough. It's into the wind slightly. So we'll take 9 and just take a lot off of it. It's going to run. There we go. Ooh, that ran a lot.
Nice approach.
Because we were 120-something out on a par 5 again. So I hit a little gap wedge to 2 feet. We use the string, and it's another eagle. Yes.
That's your 4th birdie of the day.
And at that point, it's 2 eagles that we've gotten because of string, but whatever.
Well, see if you can use the tailwind on this hole.
Next hole, I think we par. It was just we didn't get the second shot close enough. It's a tough one, though, because you can't see it. It's so far uphill, you can't see anything. And then the 7th hole, par 5. But this one is... You really can't use your driver. If you do, you go into a pond. But we're almost as far as you can go, and so I hit a DOD just to try and get us as far as I could. And like I said, it's a little wet out, so nothing's traveling that far. And so I hit that to about 40 yards from the green. It should have been a lot closer, but being wet, what are you going to do? Damn it, I can't get myself to bring it far enough left, but that's alright. Pretty much the same spot we were in last time with the power drive. I'll just go with this to be safe.
Let's just find golf playing there.
One of the other guys hits that one to about a few inches, and so we use some of the last. We have a little bit of string left, so we use like 2. It was 2-3 inches or something like that. So that's another eagle. Wow, that... Okay, I mean, it started to come back pretty good bit. Hole 8, longer par 3. It's 186 to the middle. So I take a 6-iron because that's my perfect 6-iron carry, but because it's, like I said, wet, it's not going to carry as far. And I absolutely just thin it. Just bottom groove it. And I'm just like, God damn it. And they're like, what? Because it's straight at the pin. But I know it's thin, so I'm thinking, it's going to be way short. And it's pin high, 15 feet right, 12 feet right, I think, actually. And we make the putt for birdie.
Well done.
It's like all about those misses,
5 feet to the cup from here. And it is a 2-stroke lead at the moment for our
all
leader.
about those misses.
Wind is blowing
So the
right
next
to
hole,
right
the
on
9th,
this
which
one.
is the hardest hole on the course for just about everybody. So this one's uphill a yard, but the wind is helping. I don't know if 5-iron would be enough, so I'm just going to kick back on this 4, I think. That's... Okay, I'm going to say... Oh my God, are you serious?
Well, you've managed to make me jelly.
Oh, I made him jelly. I made him jelly.
Person in the number 1 spot is ahead by 3 strokes currently.
But yeah, honestly, pretty much all of us hit really good tee shots from there. We're 165, 170. I'm playing it as 170 because of the weather, because of the wetness. And so I hit an 8-iron, pretty much a full 8. I did lay off it a little bit,
our third shot.
just because I was like, if it, doesn't, wow.
All right, let's drop her in the
Okay,
hole.
did they change the tie
This
spinner a
save.
little bit?
Par.
Because they are not stopping like they usually do.
Good job there.
Um,
And our leader is ahead by
I do
4
take a little
strokes
bit
at
off
the
of
moment.
it because I'm worried
All right, we
if I
head
hit it
now
perfect,
to the
and it doesn't do what it's been doing, which is be a little bit short all day. Then I'm gonna be really long.
Nice shot.
It's not. It's short. You probably got a 15 to 18 foot putt, but I mean it's for a birdie on the hardest hole in the course, so it's like we're happy about it. Oh
Well, look
man,
at you,
needed to be a
putting
little
for
bit more
eagle
right
now.
to take that slope,
Fine work.
go all the way
Fine
down
work
there.
indeed.
Now it's
Okay, how's it
we're
feel,
just
sir?
hoping for
Let's
a
sink
nice and
this.
easy 2-putt, to be honest. Okay.
Good luck on this
I
one.
mean,
We've
you
got
couldn't really-
16 feet.
It was either you go way past
Looking
or
left to right, it's also
you go for what I
downhill.
tried and it didn't work.
Oh,
Say,
and for the par.
oh whatever.
Maybe one too many putts for my liking on this one.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Hey, we got the par. Let's get out.
I mean, 8 under through 9, and then we
Our leader
par.
is 3
Whatever.
strokes
We're in the
above
worst possible
the
spot you could
field
be
right
in on
now.
that green, so.
Got a right to left breeze on this hole.
And I'm not
You might be
hitting
heading
it
to
off the
the,
tee very
sand.
well either. Everything is
All right,
pulled.
second shot on the 12th.
Ooh. Go with the 5. It should be fine. There we go.
Maybe a member's
Wow, it
balance
really
to the
didn't go.
left. Good job.
That's
getting
not
that
bad. It
bunker.
just didn't go as
Little
far
work
left
to
as
do,
I
but
thought it
nothing
would.
serious. All right, good luck with this 15-footer. Starting this
Ah.
way outside to the right.
But I believe we par
This is your look at
9.
par. Well, that hole's behind us.
10's a
Let's move
par
on.
3. We get it
The
on.
person on top is leading by
we
a
birdied
stroke
that
at the
one.
moment. Okay.
10 is the 600 and some yard par 5. And that's a hole where if you pay an extra whatever for a package, you can move up to the ladies' tees, which the ladies' tees makes it 280 yards shorter. But none of us really wanted to do that, so it's like,
That'll do.
So we just teed off from the 600 something,
5
and
feet to the cup from
I hit a really good drive, but unfortunately it just hit the only
here.
bad
One
spot in the
stroke
fairway
lead
where there
for
really
the
wasn't any
moment.
grass, because our winter was horrible
And now the 14th
for the
hole,
course,
par 3.
and there's a couple spots on the fairways where they're just, not greatest condition. Do we hit the choked one and hope it stays under this wind and gets there? Let's try it. Little pull, but it's okay. Yeah,
Okay,
right idea. A
on
little
the
short,
green.
but I'd rather do that than try to
15 feet to the
partial a
cup from here.
3 wood,
I
because
think
3
it's
was
right
gonna
to the
carry
left.
some height to it. So,
So far, so good.
oh, I've negative powered it. I knew I did too.
And tapping in for par.
That sucks.
And our leader currently has a 1-stroke.
5
advantage
holes
on
we've
the
been
field.
-1, and that's it. That really sucks.
Teeing up now on the 15th hole.
Yeah,
That drive's looking decent here.
and then I hit another DOD, absolutely
This
perfect.
one is around
And then I
180
hit
yards to
my
the pin.
loft wedge from about 70 yards to a few feet again, so we birdied that one quite easily. And that's one that's usually pretty hard to even par, just because it's so long. If you don't hit 2 perfect shots, your first 2 shots, your third one's still going to be a mid or long iron in.
Leader
So
heads
it,
up by a stroke
it's a
over
tough par 5 just to par
Heads
it,
up, winds blowing left to
let
right
alone
here.
birdie. Put it over here because I'd rather be right than left.
My goodness. Got
And
a
it's
hole of
perfect.
that one.
Power drive, we probably could have got it on there, but
Second
I didn't
shot
want to
on
risk
the
that.
16th.
Spinner's too much. We'll hit this pitch. We'll hit it about right. God, see, the thing is, so what's strange about this game, if it hits fairway first, it runs forever, which makes no sense. If you hit fairway first, it should stop a lot quicker because the fairway will kill it. But that's all we can really do here. Yeah, there we go.
Almost
Like, if your long iron hits the fairway, it's going to run like 40 yards. If it hits fairway, then green. It's going to run like 40 yards versus if it hits the green, it goes like 15. You know? It's really weird. Alright, wind's helping. Let's go to the 6 because it's only up a yard, but the wind's helping. The 6 will run a little bit. Okay, I thought we pushed it. It's gonna hit right though. Damn it.
Well, better luck next time.
I've been pulling it so much. Let's see this. This spinner has been. Let's check this out. We just hit. It barely even touched the green, which is why it did that. But.
And after that one, 8 strokes off the lead. And now to 18. This one is a par 5.
Then you get to a shorter par 4. It's 320 something, 330. There's a creek about 285. It's 285 to clear it. But if you can't hit a draw, it's going to be really difficult. I'm going to hit the DOD because if I go in the bunker, I don't care. Bunker's fine.
Driver off the fairway, are ya? And from the
because we can
sand,
hit this pick.
a nice out here.
Ooh. Not bad.
Okay, throw that wedge away and grab your putter. We're on.
And so we made sure the first dude hit. I was like, just go for the fairway. And then we can all just go for it. And I was still in play. I would have cleared it by like 10 yards. But like I said, if you don't hit a draw, it has to be dead straight. Or you're going to be in the woods to the right, and that's where I was. I mean, it cleared it by 10 yards. Not a bad second round. 12 under again, but being 8 under through 9, and then only shooting 4 under on the back really hurt me.
Hi there, my name is John McCarthy, and I'd like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Can't wait to see what goes down here in a bit. I hope you can get off to a fast start here in this ranked tour event. Let's get it going.
I'm drinking a big protein shake, and I put creatine in it as well. And the creatine I have in it is lemon lime flavor because I usually just drink it with the water before the workout. But I decided to do it after as well, just to, help them and put some water back into them. The muscles, that is. And oh my god, it's milk or dairy-free or lactate-free milk, and chocolate whey protein, and putting the lemon lime in it makes it taste so weird.
That'll do for now. About a dozen feet to the hole from here. This might move just a touch.
Oh, barely got it. But anyway, ugh, tastes so funny. What's next? Hole 13. And so this one is the senior tees is up probably 80 something yards. So we had our guy who hits off of those hit first. Because if he hits anywhere between left rough and fairway, damn, par 5 and I couldn't get on the fairway, then we won't even hit. You know, I still hit off that tee just to hit because I don't like to not hit a shot because I paid for the round, you know. Now this is going to land on an uphill slope. Does it get there? Or do I hit the 52? Let's hit the 52 and just back off a little bit. Because this is... Oh, that was a horrible open.
Yeah,
that was the right idea, though.
Great work.
If it wasn't so open, I think we were even closer. Get the birdie, though. So he hits. We're just in the left rough. And I pitch it. We're probably 35, 40 yards. I pitch it. It hits, and the green goes from left to right. My pitch goes dead straight and misses the hole centimeters. So we just have a tap-in birdie. I'm just like, God. Pissed off. I'm going to hit the 6 because that wind is quite a bit. on the helping. Oh, we get a really good kick off of that. It went a lot further right than I thought it was going to off the wind.
I think this one's going left.
Can we get
right.
3 in a row? Yes,
Oh, yeah.
barely.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mid backswing, I was like, I know I didn't aim this far enough left.
Okay, longer par 4 on this hole.
Oh, that is a duck hook. Into the bunker.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Okay.
Oh no,
second
into the
shot
heavy
here on
rough.
4.
I thought it was a bunker. But that's alright. Hey, perfect. What
This
the hell?
might not be enough out of the rough.
Oh wow, yeah, it wasn't. I thought the
Good
wind
job
was gonna do
getting
a
back in the
lot
fairway,
more to
taking
that.
yourself out of harm's way.
That pushed it. Not a bad one though. If it wasn't pushed, could have been in.
Okay.
But
this
bad
still
tee shot. I need to
is
stop
your
hitting the
putt.
power drive right there. I need to get back used to it.
And our leader is ahead by 6.
But anyway, the
strokes.
next hole.
Check the scoreboard
So the next
here.
hole is where I hit my tee box.
And here we go. 5th hole is a par 4.
I had my move up, and it was only like 40, 50 yards difference, but this hole goes downhill, then back up the hill. And it's 322 from the senior tees, 370 something from the whites, and then it's like 426 or 440 something from the blues. And from the blues, if you don't hit a carry of 230 or more, you're going to be stuck on a massive downhill slope. Whereas the whites, you're getting... Oh, wow, that went way far. The whites, you don't have to worry about it. You're going down that slope. You don't have to worry. And you'll have less than 60, 70 yards in.
Break to the left.
So I moved up.
Could be a good one.
There we go. And just tried to my absolute best to just kill it. And it was almost pin high, just a little bit right. We did take that one because our next best one was about 40, 50 yards short. It was in the fairway, but from where we were, it was an easier pin location, more green to work with. And this is the hole, it's our final hole. None of us could hit a good pitch for some reason when we were all doing very well, you know, just a hole or two before. So none of us get very close. We miss our birdie putt, so we par that one.
Good work out there. Found the green there, and that's
and we lose by 1 shot.
Great work. That's
And it was just
birdie
like
today.
disappointing because
And as we check the
that
board
7-iron
here, it's a
hole, if,
5-stroke
you know, we were
lead
1 shot better,
for
we'd
Chris
tie
McPherson.
it. Then, you know, we parred the next one. Although the next one's not an easy one to birdie.
And the 7th hole, we have a par 5.
But there was some opportunities to get more strokes, but they're also like, God damn it. See, that's one where I have it too far to the left. But oh well. Oh well. Oh
Well, that's
shit.
no fun, is it? We're in the deep stuff here.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. We either go over there and we have a draw, or we hit out here, which if we hit to here, we still have massive way in. Whereas if I can draw it out here, nope.
Yeah, the swing was a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, we were going pretty good.
This is
going
out
pretty
of the
good.
Second cut here.
Something really strange happened, I tell you that.
I think this one's coming up short from the rough.
Par 5. We can still make it for a par, guys. God damn.
All right, good luck here. This
We were
one's
bogey free up until this point.
Looks like this one's breaking to the left.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
sliding by.
It was coming back a little bit at the end. So.
And that will go.
bogey free until
enjoying
then.
A 5-stroke lead on the rest of the pack.
Wow.
And the 8th hole is a par 4.
Don't do the power drive unless you are absolutely confident that you will get it, you know. Because good God.
Right, nice. That's going to hold on to the fairway. That's what we like.
I'm playing in another tournament the 5th of next month.
Oh, is this gonna go?
Oh, that would have almost made up for it if that would have gone in.
Great.
This one's at a different course. This tournament we play in every year.
And the person in first place has a 4-stroke lead.
So
at
really
the
looking
moment.
forward to that.
Wind's blowing right in our face on this one.
But I'm really happy with my game right now, as well. And so it's like the only thing that, damn, just left that one open. That really does, like,
Okay, this is putting to the
you can
extreme.
see, okay,
So
this
far
needs
away from the
improvement.
cup, it's
Is
crazy.
my
Good luck. This
mid
one's
to
starting
long
up to the right.
iron
Let's see if
game.
it'll turn. Yeah, I'll take
My
that distance.
putting right now is really good, especially if I know the green speeds.
By 4 strokes as we check the board.
My chipping is pretty
And
good.
now we head to the 10th, and
My
we have a
pitching
par
has
4
been
deal.
really good.
That was an
My
extreme
wedges,
amount of
except for the
force.
odd shot here or there,
Okay, we
have
are in the
been
deep stuff currently.
on it. Heavy rough. How much is this going to run is my question. Let's go with this. Hey, aim was on point, but it just ran.
Almost dropped
I mean,
that in
didn't
there.
stop. What the hell? Oh my, I negative the power like crazy.
Oh, robbed.
Well,
Robbed.
unfortunately, our third round's going to be turds because that's a
Current leader is ahead of them
double
by
and a
6
bogey,
strokes as we
and we're
check
only
the
3
lead.
under through 10 holes.
All right,
with
let's see
that.
what happens on hole number
Sucks because I
11.
think we only had 2 pars up until then. All the rest were birdies.
Good shot. All right, we got about somewhere around 250 yards to go here.
Pushed it, damn it. See, now I'm overdoing it and pushing everything.
Just in the green side rough here.
Again, this needs to be a flop because you won't be able to stop it. Damn. It didn't, that does not seem like such a
Staring down
bad
the birdie
push.
putt here.
But then it's like 11 degrees and you're like, yeah, fuck you.
Here we go. Just a few more
Whatever.
inches. Okay, safely home with that putt. And our current
But
leader
my
by
mid
5 strokes.
to long irons, and I honestly think it's because at my course,
Nice looking tee
when you're
shot.
on the range, you're on
This one's
mats.
about
Unless you're hitting like
175.
your woods or your drivers, you're on mats. And to me, that really screws you up on the course. If you're only practicing on mats, negative 4.9 power. What the hell?
Here you go. This
That's a weird one.
for the birdie. This one's going
Because
up and to the left.
I hit down on the ball.
5 feet
You know,
left to
like you're
go.
pretty much supposed to. You can scoop it and end up fine, but hitting down, you're going to compress the ball more. You're going to get more distance, more spin.
Okay, 13th hole. We got a par 4. Let's go.
And when you're on a
Beach.
mat, you don't.
Careful of this one.
For
Fairway
me, it's
bunker.
like I don't
Not
want
sure
to,
what's gonna happen here.
because if I just hit down on that mat too much, it's gonna hurt.
Nicely done, hitting
You
the right
know,
club
if
there.
I mishit it, it's gonna hurt.
And good luck here. 6 feet to
And
go.
so I'm not hitting it
Leader currently
quite
has a 4
like I
advantage on
would
the
normally
field.
want to hit it, so I'm not used to it.
All right, we got a par
It's
3
not like
here.
I can go out and play around and just hit 8 off every fairway to practice, you know. You can't do that. You have people waiting for you. Little pull there. It's not a bad pull, but
Well,
ended
missed
up
the green
horrible.
on that one, but I've already forgotten about it.
And again, another super flop because holy shit. Wow. How does that one become the best one I've ever hit?
Okay, let's sneak this one in for par. Let's
Not how close to the pin wise, but
the person in first place has a
swing wise.
4-stroke lead at the moment. Let's see what happens on the 15th hole of this course.
I'm hitting my hybrids pretty well. They've been really good off the tee.
Well played.
I just don't get a chance to hit them off the ground that much, and so on the course, I mean. And so I don't like. I'll get really good ones, but then I'll get ones that are just okay. Most of the time, they're a little thin. When I miss hit my hybrids, and again, that comes from like you're really just hitting off mats, and so I don't want to hit like I want to. It sucks.
Man, you're making this fun to watch. That's your 8th birdie of the round. Wind blowing left to right on this
but
one.
off the tee, they've been, really good. Oh shit! All right, it's coming back.
Yeah, I think we will hit the fairway here. Okay, second shot here on the 16th.
Man, this is only the second spinner I've hit in 3 rounds. It's kind of, oh god, and it's awful. I was gonna say that's kind of crazy, but I guess not if I do that. I don't know what's up with me. That's like that's the 3rd shot I've massively decelerated on the follow through. 1 on a tie spinner, 1 on a full shot, and then on that spinner right there, which wow.
Check the board here. And now on to the par 3 17th.
Little pull, but mostly open. It's on the green, but
Setting up here with a very
little
long
ways
putt.
from the hole.
I think this one's breaking pretty hard to the left. Oh, this one's starting out. Okay.
Now,
All right,
okay, so and my driving has been really good.
on the scorecard.
I've gained at least
Currently has a 4-stroke
20 yards of
advantage on the
distance,
field.
which seems insane, but you gotta think we went from winter
Oh my,
to
safe
spring,
say you got all of that one.
and so you're gonna
All right, good luck with
carry
your
the ball
second
further, you're
shot
gonna
here
hit
on
it
the
further,
18th hole.
But I've still gained 20 yards from what I've averaged in the summer, last year.
And
So,
it looks like you're putting for eagle from here.
and
That's not bad
that
at all.
was my goal, and the fact that I've already reached it is crazy. I just need to keep it there.
Well, this one's on a line.
Oh,
and the putt
just need to hit it a little
doesn't
bit.
go. All right, let's
Minus
sink
30. That is only a 6 under round. That sucks.
And with that, I say goodbye.
A double, a bogey, and then par. We doubled a par 5, par to par 5, bogey to par 4. It's like a 2 under back 9 because of the bogey, and then just 3 birdies, and then a 4 under front 9 because we had a double. That sucks. That sucks. But yeah, my driving's been really good, and I haven't been off control-wise with it. My misses have been a little bit to the right. Just a little bit of a slice, and that has more to do with my arms being a little bit slower than my lower body, so it's keeping it a little bit more open
Pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour
at impact.
2K25. Can't wait.
Now,
Wait for the golf.
that was really bad, but
I'm
worked
very
out.
excited about the golf today.
Kind of worked out.
And today you will get to prove yourself against all the other players out there in this ranked tour.
I know it's going to go right, but the wind is
Let's go.
massively
Full send.
going
Here we go.
left. Yeah.
That was good stuff. And this putt for the birdie.
So something I've changed is the wood area. So I haven't felt comfortable with
Second hole,
hitting a
short of
wood,
par
a 3 or a 5
5.
wood.
Smoke
And the
shot.
5 wood has no purpose for me just because my 3 hybrid,
Ooh, that drive
I can
had some
carry it
mustard.
minimum 220, and with
And
rollout
setting up
sometimes
around
it goes to
215 yards
250.
out.
So I do not need a 5 wood at all unless I just wanted height, and 3 hybrid goes high enough for me, so it's like, didn't need it. Man, why is it such... Oh, it's 12 yards. Okay. For some reason, it seemed way further. Yeah, it's fine. So, I pushed it.
Okay, and from the sand.
And I have needed something to go from 3 hybrid in between the 3 hybrid and the driver, though. Especially now that I'm carrying the driver close to, if not 20 yards further.
I like the way this is going.
Because that leaves a really big gap if I'm trying to get off the tee, but I can't hit driver, but the 3 hybrid's going to put me really far back. You know what I mean? And we have some of those holes, especially if I play from the furthest back tees. Look, pull, but that actually should work out. It's going to go right. I didn't have the distance to really take advantage of that, I guess.
16-foot putt. Okay,
and
swinging all the way out to the left. Let's see it turn. And here's your power putt.
And I can't hit, like I said, I can, but I just feel so uncomfortable that most of the time I don't hit a good 3-wood off the ground or even off the tee. But I hit a driver really, really good off the deck. And, of course, off the tee.
Just by the sound that was hit with extreme force.
And so they have mini drivers. And I was like, I'm only going to get one if I find one half off. And I did. And it's a demo club. And in amazing condition. The only reason you could tell it was even hit was it had a T mark on the face of the club, which you can just wash off. Hard putt, and we almost got it. You know, and I like to do a lot of research with my clubs. That's why I have the putter that I have. And so, when I was looking them up, you know, Callaway has 1 or 2. TaylorMade has 3 now. And Titleist has 1. Am I forgetting any? I think that's it. I think that those are the only brands that make them at the moment. Wow. That started off left, and there was no left at the beginning of that putt. Like, off the face it went left, and I opened it 5 degrees. So, fuck you, game. And I was watching a video where somebody was showing you and testing out all of the ones. It was the newest ones. So, it was the TaylorMade R7. I got the Burner 2.0, by the way. But they were testing the TaylorMade R7, the Titleist, the Callaway. I swear there was one more. I think there were 4, but I cannot remember now. Anyway. And the Titleist and the new TaylorMade is the most expensive. And I was thinking Titleist just because I love the irons that I have of Titleist. But it was the most expensive, so that automatically kind of knocked it down for me. But then when they showed it, it was the smallest. It just looked like a 3-wood. And if I feel uncomfortable using a 3-wood, why would I just want to get a club that's a 3-wood? But the Titleist did go the furthest of all the mini drivers. So that one was out for me immediately when I saw how big the head was. So I had Callaway, TaylorMade, and a Callaway and 2 TaylorMades to think about. I wasn't gonna get the newest TaylorMade because that's an insane amount of money for something, you know, I really don't know. I'm pretty positive that I would play well with it, but I don't know. I've never hit with one. Oh, 2 more feet, and that's an amazing shot.
tempo
Just
on
didn't
that
quite hit
chip,
it hard
just
enough.
nice and easy. Well done.
And there was a
Drop 3 or
online
4,
thing called
30
Purchase and
under a day.
Resell.
And there
And
is
I
an
found the demo
8-stroke
club for the,
difference between
it was a
first and second
TaylorMade
place
Burner
at the moment.
2.0.
That is a
So the
large
newer
gap.
model. It was 2023 or
Good work with the
2024 model.
tailwind on this hole.
And it was half off. So I got it for like two something. And stiff flex, so it was my flex.
All right,
Like I said,
shot
no
on the
marks on it. Perfect condition pretty much. Pulled it. That's alright.
Got 6 feet to go here.
All I needed to do was put my grip on it. Really? That far to the
Here's our
goddamn
putt.
right? Whatever.
Just a short putt, but moving right to left.
Whatever.
And nice putt. Let's move on. And the current leader is ahead by 8 strokes. Hard to catch this one.
Because the Callaways, I
Seeing
couldn't...
this one up on
There,
the
I couldn't
number
find
9.
any that were on sale or discounted. And I've never actually hit Callaway. Well, no, I've hit Callaway irons I used to have used a long time ago. That was my first like
Good shot out there. Nice
actual
play.
set. My first set were a set of ladies clubs because we didn't know anything about golf and we just found a cheap set at Goodwill.
Oh man.
That again, man.
Just a little tap needed
There will
there.
be ones that have a ton more break that don't break as much as those last two putts have. I mean, yeah, we didn't know anything when I first started out, and so the clubs we bought we didn't know were women's. And women, if you don't know, women's clubs are heavy. Like they're way heavier. Do we spinner? Yeah, let's go with spinner. Oh God.
Well, you can't hit them all.
Whatever. This round's a total dud anyway, just like the last one. So who cares?
This one's about 15 feet. Oh man, I guess.
I mean, I could have hit that almost dead straight and it would have went in. It broke 2 inches. Like what? Whatever. But anyway. And so yeah, my first real set of irons were Callaway that we got at a yard sale. Then I had TaylorMade and then Cobra, and now the Titleist that I have, and these are going to be my irons until I need a new set. But when it comes to TaylorMade, I was always really iffy on the twist face because I was like, man, what if that really just doesn't work for me? Again, what the fuck is with all that break when there's nothing happening? That is the third one with hardly any break. I put it like a foot and a half out, and it breaks another 6 inches. Like, what the hell?
Okay, wind's picking up a bit. We got a headwind on this one.
But I got it, and went to the range with it.
I think this one will play.
Hit it deep. You have to figure out how far away am I standing, where am I placing this in my, my stance. Am I gonna hit this more like a driver or more like I would a 3-wood? And it's a mini driver, so obviously you're gonna hit it more like a driver. And once I figured out the stance, how far back, how I needed to swing it and everything, I was hitting it really well. So I was able to hit it a few times on the course. Yeah, look, that one breaks none. That one broke more than every putt I've had. But I'm a foot to the left still.
And the 13th hole is before us. This one's a par 4.
I hit it a couple times off the tee. And I still really got to get that, how far I'm standing away from it a little bit better, because I hit one off the toe, one off the heel, and then 2 in the middle. But they were all pretty much right where I was aiming, even the ones that were off the toe and the heel. They were just a little bit shorter.
You've got this for the birdie. Let's go.
So yeah, and then I hit it off the ground. I only got to hit it off the ground twice, and they were both great shots.
Okay, let's do this. Hole number 14.
So it's like I cannot complain about that club. So far it's a perfect replacement for my 3-wood because I can't, for some reason, just hitting a wood. I feel so uncomfortable standing over it, and I don't know why. In a driver off the deck, I feel perfectly fine. I was open 7 degrees. It broke from left to right, and it stayed dead straight the entire way. Sure. That was such a good tee shot to get right there too. And you screw me because you don't know how to, you don't know how your greens work. Like, whatever.
And good luck with your second here on the 15th.
Yeah, well, I can't do shit with this, so thank you. Can I get, like, oh, whatever, I'm just hitting it.
Well,
I didn't know if I could get anything more than the 9-iron out of there.
wouldn't it be nice to save par here?
And, you know, I've never seen a case where somebody can't hit a 3-wood, but can hit their driver off the ground, you know? So it's like, don't take my thing and be like, oh, well, maybe that works for me. Because if you can hit a 3-wood, you don't need a mini. I'm just really weird when it comes to some things. Wow, it's still over. Okay. I knew it was going to go further, but I laid off of it for that reason, and it still was over the green.
Here's a 6-foot putt.
But yeah, it's really strange. And it's like I don't really want to take lessons because I've tried it twice. Well, somebody, what the hell? Somebody got me lessons twice, and they ended up not helping at all. They actually hurt me because they try to kind of change your swing instead of give you the little details that you're missing to fix. And those obviously aren't good instructors.
Current leader ahead by 5 strokes. All right.
But it's like I've had bad experiences, and so it's like I don't ever want to pay for a lesson that might screw me up. And so I just try to do it all myself, which I do and don't recommend. You can do it yourself if you know really what you're doing. Damn it. That was 1 degree short as well.
And hopefully you get a good look at this next putt. Well played.
Because for me, really the only thing I need to change is my grip. Because it's so strong. It's the strongest grip I've ever seen anyone have. So I can't go left to right at all except for my driver for some reason. But I can't draw my driver. But I draw everything else naturally because of the way my grip is. But when I try to make a neutral grip, it feels so alien to me, and it feels like I'm going to shank it every time. So that's the only thing I need to change, really. But anyway, that was a horrible last 2 rounds. But this week and next week, it's the next week is the last ranked weekly or ranked thing. So I'm guessing the season ends after next week. We'll find out what's in store for season 2. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. When we come back, let's check it out. because we're still in the same thing. We're still in C3D, trying to get out of that. My goal is elite. I want to be an elite, but it's this one, right? Yeah, closing in 6 days. It's the Hirschfield Golf Club. And there is special events. So this one is actually a one where if you score well, you can move up. So if I score really well, I can move up to A or Kinetic or Elite. So we have this one and we have the challenge circuit to do. I'll probably do this one next. And then we'll go with this. So, yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying it, though. Have a great day, and I'll see you.